gentlemen, welcome to our podcast. I have three of my favorite students. Two of them are currently pursuing the BBA in Hospitality Management with us, and one is an alum from the same course. We're going to discuss about their student journey, their lives at ISH, how ISH impacted them, and what hospitality education entails. Let's hear from them now. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Rajveer Singh. I'm pursuing a BBA HM, that's BBA in Hospitality Management from the Indian School of Hospitality, and I'm from the batch of 2021.
Hi, I'm Ishitta and I'm studying BBA in Hospitality from Indian School of Hospitality.
Hello everyone, I am Mihir. I am an alumni of the Indian School of Hospitality and I pursued BBA HM. Currently, I am working on my own venture where I'm starting a restaurant in one of the cities in India.
So thank you to three of you for joining us today in this conversation. Thank you for taking out the time, Mihir, from your busy schedule and starting off a new venture. Rajveer, you've not missed a class, but that's okay. Yeah. And Ishitta, thank you for missing out a class. Hopefully, Gerald does not hold me back for it. So today we're here to have a conversation about student life, right? I want to understand from the three of you how the student journey has been for you. So it's been about 8 months for you, 3 years for you, and you've completed all 4 years with us. How has that transitioned? How has that modified you? What made you choose ISH or hospitality in the first place? And what are your key learnings and a few challenges? That's pretty much it. So it's going to be a conversation amongst all of us. All right. So let's begin. First question, we'll ask our youngest and the only lady on the panel. Ishitta, why did you choose hospitality?
I think hospitality has a lot to do with psychology in the sense that we interact with a lot of people and there's a lot of emotional intelligence you need to have in order to do that. And I've studied psychology for 2 years and I was interested in the subject but not interested enough to pursue it. Hence I chose hospitality.
Interesting. That's, I think, the most complex answer I've heard, or the most detailed answer I've heard from anybody who's chosen hospitality. Right? Normally you hear because I didn't want to do anything else, that's why I chose hospitality.
I think that's the first time hearing someone comparing psychology to hospitality.
Yeah, but what of you? Thank you. Thank you so much, Ishitta. Rajveer, what about you?
So I've been always telling this to whoever asks why I'm in hospitality. It's majorly because my family has already been from this background and I've been brought up in this field and this industry. So I've seen the basic trends, what people do, how it functions, and I was really keen on learning more about it and taking it forward. So that's one of the reasons why I actually joined hospitality as an industry and Indian School of Hospitality as a college. I've chose this college because it had everything. It had that modern education that they were providing along with that accessibility in India. And during the COVID times is when I joined the college. So this really helped me because my parents weren't really keen on sending me to abroad directly right after COVID. So that's when I found Indian School of Hospitality, and I think it's one of the good decisions that I've ever taken in my life.
Okay, that's nice. Mihir, what about you?
So why hospitality for me? I think ever since I was in grade 10th, I was very sure that I'll be going forward with hospitality. I remember when I was in grade 12th, during my first semester, I'd already decided what college I had to go in. Why? Because it's very similar to what Rajveer had to say. My family belongs from the hospitality industry as well. So obviously, ever since I was a kid, I was always around the conversations, when we were talking about hospitality, when we were talking about the sector and, how the market has been evolving. And I genuinely think that hospitality is something that comes within you. I mean, hospitality, I think it's a behavior. Mm-hmm. It's a behavior, it's a trend. And I think there's a lot ISH has taught me. I chose ISH because very similar to what Rajveer said again, that about the modern education that ISH brings in. I see all the other colleges that are teaching hospitality or hotel management, but the kind of vision and the kind of vision ISH has is very different, and the modern approach it has towards the students and their careers is what stood apart for me as well.
All right, so Mihir, I'm sure you have a lot of perspective and insights to give to the two of them and to the world out there about hospitality education and what ISH does, right? But before we start, I don't want to start with you because I'll influence the other two.
Definitely.
Let's just hear Ishitta. what is it that you think hospitality is going to teach you, or what is that you want to learn from ISH?
I think up till now, ISH has taught me how to put forward my own perspective. That's not something I did a lot before I joined, and I would usually just agree with things, but now I can share my opinions, and I think in the future I expect to do that a lot more and more confidently. So
Lovely. And Rajveer, you said that your family comes in from a hospitality background, right? What do you think ISH is going to impart to you in terms of hospitality education or in terms of business education that you couldn't have learned anywhere else?
Right. So about that, since I've been in this field, I've seen everything, but from an owner's perspective. So like how everything is managed from an owner's perspective, how things are going on, how you're paying out everything and earning money in that way. But when I joined ISH, I learned how to do the groundwork as well. I learned what goes into the employees, what they have to do during these operations. And when I did my internship, that really helped me gain insight on how the basic operations of F&B and the basic hospitality, how it works, and that really helped me understand the employee side of it. So now I have implemented a lot of things in my business as well when I'm going back on holidays and breaks. And now what I've seen is I can actually understand what goes behind, how I can make my business work better, productivity it increases, efficiency it increases, because now I know how to make my employees work in an efficient way in which they're happy themselves, and even the productivity goes on along with it. So this is what has really helped me, that Indian School of Hospitality has really helped me with, that it has given me a great perspective towards the employee side of things, and not just think of it as like an owner's perspective, because an owner in hospitality field should have every groundwork knowledge that they can learn, because without that you will miss out on a lot. You'll never know when things can go wrong. So that's what it really helped me.
Interesting. And I believe that relates a lot with you, Mihir, as well, because your family is also from the catering industry and they're pretty prominent in that space. Plus, they do a lot more. How has hospitality changed your perspective, and why have you chosen a different venture altogether than going ahead with that piece that already existed?
That's a very good question, and I'll be very upfront about it. Answering your first question, that why hospitality and how I have evolved and everything. I think internships at ISH and the kind of internships ISH has hooked up us with have been very fruitful to me, and I think to all of us. I never imagined myself working in the kitchen or working as working the housekeeping or the front office, or the service, but doing my industrial training in a different city, living away from home, and then for my administrative internship, going to all the way to a different level of working in the events with Whiscraft. It has taught me a lot, and it has broadened my horizon in a very different way. And why choosing my own venture is because I think we are at a certain age that we have a lot of zeal in us. We have a lot of passion and we have a lot of commitment. We have a lot of energy within us.
True.
And I really thought that, joining, no offense to anyone who's, joined their father's business or doing the family business, because that's also somewhere I started with after I got graduated. But I think that zeal and that commitment and that passion can be used I can use it in my own project, because I have a lot of energy in me. And I think I'm at a certain age where I put all that energy into something that I want to build on my own. I can do it very productively, and I can flourish, and I will flourish.
I'm sure you will. Yes. Yeah. And just to put in context to all three of you, right? And I was just thinking about this while you guys were introducing yourself and talking about why you chose ISH and hospitality per se. I've got three very different personalities, right? I've got Mihir, who's always been the poster boy. Right? Everybody wants to meet him, the faculty like him, everything great. I've got Rajveer on the other end, who's, let's say, 70% in class, right? But one of the top performers when it comes to it. Rajveer, I don't think has to be in class to be extremely productive. He's got that natural sense of understanding of how things work. and I think that comes in because of the background as well. But he's always been a very bright kid, per se. Not the poster boy, but he's close.
Very focused, I'll say.
Right? And the both of you are extremely open personalities. Whereas on the other hand, I have Ishita, right, who's my sweet little girl. Could beat the all three of us combined in a arm wrestling match. But, but an extremely sweet, extremely humble person who's still opening up, right? And if I compare and if I put all three of you on a linear scale, it'll be how I would see Ishita transitioning, right? From what she is today to growing up, becoming more flamboyant, to turning into somebody a little more mature, somebody where people would look up to, right? So it's very interesting that I have all three of you here, and I would like to talk more about what motivates you guys these days, right? And obviously, for the two of you, it's going to be education that we're going to talk about and how that education has supported you, Mihir. But Ishita, since it's the second semester, right? It's a change from what you wanted to do earlier. What keeps you going in today's date and time?
I'll start with I have a perspective on not only business but everything in general, that I don't think we are supposed to have just one passion our whole lives. And I think it's important for us to try new things in order to know what we like, obviously. And we keep finding passions in life at different ages, and sometimes we like a few things more than others. For example, when we're younger, our priorities are much different than when we're older. So what motivates me is to find new things that I would like, and trying things that I would usually not do, which is what we're doing now. Like, I never thought I'd like maths or finance, but it's something I'm interested in now. And even though I might not be the best at it, but I'm still trying to learn it more. So I think finding new passions is what motivates.
Lovely. Rajveer, you obviously crossed your exploration phase and now you're trying to decide what you want to do in the future. How has that shift been for you?
It has been great. So the first year, it was more or less, we were just learning the basic ropes of the industry. We were just understanding how the basic operation works, about beverages, alcohol, food, and apart from that, the tourism related part of the industry. And then came the second year. That was our industrial internship. So I had heard a lot about from my seniors, Mihir and all these other guys, that it's really difficult. You'll have to do great working hours and this and that. And I was like, it's okay. Like I like doing this. It's my passion. I love it. I'll manage and I'll make through out of it. But obviously, when I did my internship during that period of time, you might feel it's like very tough for like all the people that will be doing internship. You might feel it's very tough. You might feel it might not be productive at times. They're making you do the same thing. But once you get over with it, you'll actually see that the amount of stuff that you've learned, the amount of skills that you've gained, and it really helps you, build your personality as a person. You grow just a lot. You become so mature because you've been living on your own. You're making sure that things are going well, doing 10 12 hour shifts, and it's good. Actually, at the end of the day, you actually feel like you've become a different person. So that's what really brought a great shift. And after that is when I started to actually give inputs in my business, could understand the industry in a much better way. So that really helped me. And then obviously, as then the second year passed, now I'm in my third year. Now we are going towards more of a management side. We're learning how we had a great course that's called entrepreneurship that really helped me. I really loved the course because I want to be an entrepreneur someday, and it has really helped me gain that mindset. And now it's like about the management, how you can make things better, HR perspective, marketing, and it's really nice. And now as fourth year comes, we'll be choosing a specialization, which obviously I'm still thinking on entrepreneurship. So let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Lovely. And Mihir, when you reflect back on your 3-year journey or 4-year journey, sorry, how has that been for you?
I think it has been wonderful. And I have a lot to say about this, but the key factor is that the facilitators and the faculty at ISH have been truly supportive to what I have become today. Because, see, I have a very different vision towards life. I think we all are fighting battles in our life, whether it's in our jobs or whether it's in our businesses or anything. And I think 50% of our battles we just win if you're confident enough.
True.
And I think the support that has been and the encouragement that I've gotten from the entire faculty has made me so confident that whatever battle I'm, going into, 50% of it I've already won because I'm confident enough, even if I don't know anything about it. And the rest 50% is the hard work that I'm going to put. And all that I think ISH has given me, and especially the way especially the student societies, I would like to talk about them. I generally see there's a gradual decrease in the participation in the student societies, from the first years to, the final years. The younger ones come in, they have more zeal and they have more energy. But, where I am standing right now and I'm starting my entrepreneurial journey, I think my participation in the student societies is a key factor to what I have become today, because I have learned so much, whether it was being a member of the society or whether it was being a president of a society, managing events, talking to vendors, getting the finances approved. I think anything, even the smallest or the biggest of things I have learned, it is helping me today to grow and learn more.
All right, lovely. So you already answered my next question, by the way. That was going to be about student societies. But for the benefit of the audience who's hearing us and the two who, Rajveer obviously knows, but Ishitta doesn't know, which society were you a member of or a president of?
I was I don't remember what member I was for a society because I had just joined the college, but I was a president for Eventorium for an entire semester, and we did approximately 7 to 8 events, out of which, we did some really good events like the Met Gala or the ball that we did, or whether it was the Holi event. And, it was the best part about it was the time when, the entire college would come together, all the flows, everyone was busy, there was a lot of hustle, there was a lot of planning that went into.
Extremely glamorous as well.
Yes, a lot of attention we all got.
A lot of photo shoots you guys did.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And the good thing was, it was right after COVID when you became the president. I remember I was under him as a member, and it was genuinely very nice. It's a lot of fun when you manage all the events, you do all that, and everybody just comes together. It's genuinely very nice.
I remember Rajveer being a member. I remember you being a part of Eventorium. I think you were part of 2 societies.
Yeah. I mean, I was more like a freelancer.
Yeah,
I used to go
Yeah.
And this guy, I knew he has a lot of potential. Everyone knows it, but 5 out of 2 meetings he would never come for, and he would be like, see, I'm in a different meeting, and I would just call the other friend. He was like, Rajveer is not with me. So I knew he would be somewhere else. But whatever he did, I very well remember he's always, contributed a lot to the society work and, all the events that we did at ISH.
So, I've taught both of you, right? So I can comment on this, and I've taught Ishitta also. So I can comment a little bit about her, but it's only been 6 months with her. But on Rajveer's front, like I said, I think you kind of lack patience to a certain extent, as much as Mihir has or other people have. But I think you have enough and more capabilities to kind of cover up for the lack of patience. So you're pretty good on that part. Pretty solid. And I was actually, since I took over this new role, right, as of September, I actually went to both the places you interned at to meet other people, and I was pleasantly surprised on both ends. Dinakaran fondly remembers you from Conrad Bangalore days. So he spoke to me about you particularly, and Kailash, both, but definitely remembers you. And ma'am just wouldn't shut up talking about you and Maddie, right? You did such stellar jobs in Viscraft, and you've left big shoes, both of you, to fill for the new batches to come in, right? You'll be going on your internship soon. But before we reach to that internship point of question, Ishitta, what's your assessment of societies today?
I think it's very true that a lot of people have lost a lot of energy, and even I think I wouldn't comment on the energy that the presidents have now, but the competitive spirit between societies also lacks, I think, and that's why the members aren't as excited about events or the magazines that they put out or the sports days.
So what society are you a part of, Ishitta?
I'm in Spitfire.
You're in Spitfire. And what's exciting about Spitfire? What do you like most?
So we put out the Gazette, which used to be every month,
Correct.
and now it's every 2 months
Correct.
because I think another society is coming up with a magazine as well.
But you've grown that magazine also quite a lot.
Yes, and that's one thing that our society is very passionate about as a whole team, and we contribute to it. And I don't think there's a member in our society who doesn't contribute to the Gazette. Yeah.
Lovely. So, talk to me. Let's just do quick rapid fire questions because I think we're taking too long for one answer. Right? Rajveer, tell me what's your favorite subject today?
Today, for last semester was entrepreneurship. For this, it's just been just 2-3 days, so I'll still need some time to come up for a good subject.
Okay. 4 years. What's been your favorite subject?
Research methodology under Dr. Bernard Prince, because that's when I was working on a paper and it got published.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing. So
Lovely.
I need to flex a little. Right?
What about you, Ishita?
Finance for now. We haven't gotten every single. We haven't gotten a class for every single subject in Sem 2 yet, but finance for now.
Finance for now. Interesting. So, what about the core hotel subjects? Like the two of you have done internships in hotels as well, and Ishita, you'll go for one now. What advice would you guys give to people who are now going for internships? And Ishita, what would you like to learn from an internship? Let's talk on both lines. So let's begin with you, Mihir.
I think what advice I'll give to the junior batches who are going for their internship is no work is small. Honestly, if you're asked to pick up a plate, or if you're asked to clean the toilets, or if you're asked to use the opera system or chop onions in kitchen, nothing is small. Trust me, anything you do in your industrial training, even the smallest of things, even if it's like placing coasters on a table, everything will come in handy, because that even the tiniest of things will teach you some aspect and will help you in the future.
Lovely.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, that's one of the major points which Mihir said. And the other thing is, to have patience. I know I lack some of it, but if you'll really have patience, you'll do wonders, because it is a tiring and a slow job. But with time, you'll understand that how fruitful it is. Like I said earlier as well, like how fruitful it can actually be. So just have patience, just go with the flow, and every single thing, like you said, every small work that you learn will actually help you in future in life if you want to pursue this field. And it's genuinely very nice. It's quite enriching. So yeah.
What do you want to learn from your internship?
Just how to be more patient, because I think I do lack that too. And also just I don't think this is what we'll learn in the first internship, but the managerial side, because I've seen growing up, I have seen the ground level side of the hospitality industry, but not really the managerial side.
Just a small thing to add on that. So even I thought I'd just be doing the groundwork, but touch wood, I did well. They really recognized it, and I got to do some part of that managerial aspect. For example, I also interned in the sales and marketing part of Conrad, Bangalore, where I interned, and I actually got to manage the whole marketing event. We had an event. We had me and Rishita, my fellow batchmate. So we both did the whole marketing for that event. We managed to say, I went on sales calls with my seniors and managers. So I got a brief idea of the managerial side. And if you perform well, I'm sure there's no other hotel that'd like to, help you and support you grow further. So that also comes with time.
No, true. And I've always said this, when you join anything new, right? I mean, it is true for joining your family businesses. It is true for starting your own journey. It is true if you're working for another company as well, right? Unless you set the base for yourself, prove your worth to people, you'll never get bigger responsibilities. I mean, even your own parents won't trust you if you don't showcase that basic stuff, right? You need to showcase that passion, that zeal, that energy, or that commitment towards it, right? As basic as just reporting on time, being available, being present, ensuring that you do your tasks properly and ask for more. I think that's what makes a lot of difference.
Definitely.
I'm sure the two of you will agree that's how you got your chances. Okay, talk to me about your favorite moment in college. Let's do that. Okay, favorite moment in college, Mihir. Which one is it?
A lot of them, honestly.
Give me one. Choose one.
I'll say, when we when the entire batch, like all of us, like the entire college, we were done with the gala, the Met Gala that we did. So I remember Mr. Kunal Vasudeva coming up to me and saying that, the kind of event you pulled off, which obviously the entire, the student society, everyone pulled off. He very confidently said it to me that, something like this has never happened at ISH. And, I felt very proud because I was one of the members who was part of it.
Yeah.
So that was that can be a key moment.
Yeah. Lovely. What about you, Rajveer?
To be honest, there are multiple moments. Like while Mihir was talking to you, I was just thinking, what's that moment? What's that moment? Because I just can't recall, because there's so many that I like when we have events, practicing late till night in college, then having dances during events.
Exactly.
Like that's just amazing. Like it really brings out the joy inside of you. You really like doing that. So I mean, just the events that we have. I mean, in general, everything's pretty nice. I just like it, and the events, the dances, the practicing till late, all those are like one of my favorite moments. Yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, when Spitfire had the Halloween event in October, and I liked the moments and the meetings we had before the event while we were preparing for it, and we were brainstorming ideas on the decor or the activities that we can do for the event. I also like the moments where we're having lunch with the facilitators.
So one of the favorite moment is when the teacher leaves you early. Yeah, before time. That's just amazing. And during winters, it's genuinely very amazing.
That's when you start planning your evening.
Yeah,
Go
that's
to party.
Damn, we're free half an hour early. Come on, okay. Let's plan something.
Alright, so since we're on the topic of facilitators,
Yes.
who's been your favorite faculty member?
I can't
You have
ever
to choose one.
answer.
You
I
don't
can
have an
never answer. I just love the faculty at ISH. I genuinely,
Okay, I'll give you
honestly,
top three. Choose top three. Let's go.
That's very difficult. One would obviously be Smita ma'am, because she's like a second mother to me, and she has been like a mother to a lot of
Most
us,
everybody,
from mostly
yeah.
everyone.
Including the faculty. I mean,
Including the faculty.
If I tell her I called her a mother, she'll kill me, but still. Nice. She's very sweet. But yeah.
She's the best. She's the best. Secondly, no doubt, Mr. Gerald Jacob sir. When I talk about, encouraging me, when I talk about the confidence I have today, he has played a major role in that, because he's always motivated me. He's such a brilliant guy. Like, I can never say enough about him.
And such a humble soul. He's so sweet all the
And
time.
he's so well spoken. The way he's on the mic all the time. I think there's so much to learn from him.
Absolutely. That's one thing I wish I had, was his voice.
And he knows how to get the work done. Like he's just very easy with it. Like if he'll just tell to any student, like, you need to get this done, and they just do it, because he's just so smooth with
I've
it.
never seen him lose his cool. Like,
Yeah,
he's the
yeah.
coolest person and the most calm
Genuinely.
person.
Genuinely.
Okay, third one.
Third one will obviously be you, sir.
Had to be.
Obviously.
Thank you. Some
Genuinely.
benefits of doing
No,
that.
honestly, it's you. See, we've been together. Like, we've been together from the start.
True. Okay, Rajveer, what about you?
Favorite, like obviously there's so many good faculty over here. I really just can't name everyone. Like I mean, this is many people, but there's one, like obviously you. I really look up to you, because I mean, I know like I'm going to the fourth year. I was so confused, like what should I do? I've been coming up multiple times to JK sir, and he's always been so sweet, explaining the same thing again to me and Shahan and all my friends. Like we were so confused, like what should we do in my fourth year? And then we just go to him, and then he's like, okay, I should do this. He's repeated that twice or thrice, but he still does that all the time. And that's actually very sweet of him. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Ishita, what about you? Who's your favorite? Don't tell me I made you cry in class. That's definitely.
No, you didn't make me cry. It was
No, I
the
didn't.
subject.
Just clarity, I did not make her cry. But yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Uh,
Who's it?
Gerald sir.
Jail, sir? Yeah.
Because he just pushes me so much, and even because I'm in Spitfire, he, during the events or during even when other societies have events, he makes me just go on the mic and say this. he won't let me just have a moment, which is a good thing. He pushes me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
No, but I like that about Gerald. I think he encapsulates what people need at any given point in time, right? And what is required to take them to the next level. And he kind of does that brilliantly. On his front.
But coming back again, a lot of other facilitators, I would want to name everyone. So like there's no top, not three. But
No, I agree. I mean, I think we've chosen the right people at the college to teach
Like
you
one of
guys
the
and
coolest,
support you guys.
right. And one of the coolest, but I'll say the coolest team would be the F&B team. Yeah, they're like very chill. Like you'll know if there's some new students that are coming up that thinking to join, just go and talk to the F&B team. I mean, Jayas has now been shifted.
out.
Yeah, moved out.
But
yeah,
part of the cool team.
yeah, he was the boss earlier, so yeah.
Okay, since we're on the point of F&B, what's your favorite food at Delish?
At Delish,
Yeah.
food or drink?
Whatever.
I like hot chocolate.
You like the hot chocolate?
Yeah.
That's actually quite.
What about you?
So, what was that? I think the Korean cheese bun. Korean, yeah.
they're always solo. Like
Yeah,
they're
that's
half
right.
an hour down, they're always solo.
Seriously, like we used to be like whenever we used to get free, because obviously you just can't have Korean cheese bun as soon as you come up in school. But whenever there was a break, all of us friends used to just go down. This break we need to rush down, otherwise it'll get soda. And whenever we used to not see the Korean cheese, it's like, "Aaj kyun nahi bana? Why isn't there today, chef?" Like, what happened? And he's like, the stock got over. Like, please get it done soon. Make more because everybody wants it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
I only got to have it once during an open day when no one was present,
Yeah.
and that's why it wasn't sold
I'm
out.
not kidding. I mean, when I launched the Korean buns along with the chefs, they came up and said, "This is what." I said, "ठीक है, कितना ही चल जाएगा." It's bread essentially with cheese and garlic. Pretty much it, right? And I'm like, "हाँ, ठीक है, chef." He's like, "We'll do 8 pieces a day." I said, "हाँ, no problem. Fair enough." And the first day, it sold out. Fair, no problem. Novelty factor. Second day, while I'm coming from the kitchen with this the fresh buns in my hand and going to Delish to stock them up, it got sold on the way. I had like 200 meters. That's about it.
People used to just pre-book it.
Yeah, even I used to do it. Like after a certain time, I just when I got to know that we can pre-book it,
Yeah.
I used to do it. I remember.
Like pre-booking food, like just imagine that. Like,
Achha, but if not Korean cheese bun, which one's your favorite?
So I'm like I have a good I like eating spicy. So I would say the peri peri fries, or I'm a vegetarian, so like the vegetarian spicy fried rice.
yeah, like fried rice. I remember like when I joined college, fried rice used to be on the live buffet.
Yeah.
But then there was just so much demand for fried rice that they actually had to put it separately for a la carte.
Do
Yeah.
really well in the kitchen.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially with the spring onions on the top.
Yeah, and like put extra spring.
Yeah.
No, super. So, okay, if you guys were given an option, right, to let's say enhance a few things at ISH, what would those be?
Enhance.
Yeah.
I think, like, I'll be honest about it. I think infrastructural point of when I talk about the infrastructure, I think the current infrastructure that we have at ISH, it is wonderful. But I think expanding it would become beneficial for ISH, because obviously the number of students,
There are more students on campus.
Increasing like as every batch passes by.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so we do that, but yeah, it's a good point. We should have more space.
One thing,
why
that actually,
not?
so
More business, more space.
right, definitely. And like I'm a sport enthusiast, so I actually love like a proper sports ground that we'd have, or maybe like a good basketball court. Like I play basketball a lot, so just maybe that or something that we could go and now we're having sports days. That's good. Like we have also opened a ground. We have taken a ground right behind our college. But like expanding it more, going more into sports would actually it would really enhance the college life.
Lovely.
Yeah.
What about you? What more do you want to see?
I think more. I know we do have interaction with other colleges, but it would I would love to see like a sports event with
Yeah.
different colleges.
colleges?
I think we were planning that. We were
Yeah.
thinking to get that done. But like, yeah, I think hopefully in future that will be done.
Yeah, so I was saying this to the previous batch as well. I mean, we've all been evolving through the years like you guys have, and so has ISH, right? From where we began to having, let's say, one event twice a month or in 2 months or something, to literally having one event a week in the last semester. And I don't know how far it will go ahead this year, right? But it's ever evolving and we'll keep motivating, but these things kind of put in a lot of perspective as to what we would want. So, as students, okay, if you had to give advice to the young batches that are coming in, and if you had to request something from your senior batches, what would that be? So, let's start with you. What is your advice
Let's
to people
start with
who want
the
to join
juniors.
hospitality?
Okay. So what do I have to talk about the advice?
What advice do you want to give to people who want to pursue hospitality?
So, okay, one advice that, a battle that I was facing with my own self in the past 6 months was what to do. Like, hospitality, it is a very broad genre, right? But there's a lot of specifications to that. And, there's a lot of likings someone can have. Someone can be enthusiastic about events. At the same time, you can be enthusiastic about F&B or a lot of other things. But just an advice that you'll figure it out. You all will figure it out, because trust me, it's a path that we are on. And when you'll start working, there would come a time when a certain thing would click. Like when you're having a conversation with someone, and you'll be like, that's something interesting, that I might be able to do that. So like, always be open to explore new options, but at the same time just have that in your mind that you have to choose something. Eventually you have to choose something. So that.
What about you, Rajveer? What's your advice?
So yeah, I mean, many people think that hospitality is very easy. It's something that you do if you don't, get to do anything else. But actually, yeah, that's definitely not the case. It requires genuinely a lot of passion, and like I personally love restaurants and F&B, and like we've been seeing so many restaurants open up and close quite soon as well. So I think that's because people don't really look at the whole holistic approach towards hospitality. They just think of it as just F&B, maybe kitchen service, that's it. They don't have that broad mindset that you'll need to manage all the inventory, you'll need to manage all the finances, your staffing, employees, marketing it, and there are percentages to everything. You can't have your just P&L flooded up with salaries or flooded up with food costs. You need to manage everything well, and for that you need finance. For that you need marketing. You need to have good HR. You need to have good connections. So just to not be focused on one particular thing that's just F&B. Try and do everything else. Like just if it's finance, don't think like you won't need that future in your life.
Go to all your classes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, or like at least have knowledge about all this if you can't.
All right, Ishita, what's the one request that you'd want your seniors?
I think comparing the two courses, so the culinary students, I think, have a very close connect with their seniors. But I've never really seen a senior come up to a junior, and that might just be me, but I do understand that we have to approach them as well, but it just seems very intimidating.
Interesting.
Don't worry.
That's something.
That
was straight at you.
I'll keep a note. I'll make sure that our batch in general will definitely track more.
No, well, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much for bringing that up, and I hope people take that into consensus after they hear this.
Definitely.
But you know what? I've always said this, and I truly believe this also. Hospitality is a way of life, right? And it's not just this education. Like we said, this education is spread across multiple verticals, from finance to HR to marketing to entrepreneurship. Tell me something, Mihir, particularly. I mean, you're starting your new venture. How has hospitality as an education helped you? Right? And I'll have a different question for the two of you, but this is particularly for you. What challenge have you faced that this education helped you solve?
I think in a lot of ways, the first thing that comes up to my mind is a subject that we were taught by you, that was menu planning and engineering. I think that is such a key, that is such an important, subject if you are, getting into the F&B industry, because, if you're not knowledgeable enough about the hospitality industry and you're just a random person going to a, restaurant, you're seeing the menu, you just see, it's just a normal menu, but, there's so much of psychology that goes behind into designing a menu towards keeping a pricing, whether it's your sweets or whether it's your North Indian cuisine, and where and how it should be placed, what position and where it should be placed, like how the eye movement works, how the human eye movement works and everything. That has helped me a lot because that is something that I'm working on right now. And secondly, all the other things, the operations, the human resource subjects, the operations subject that we have done, accountancy, marketing, sales, and all the other subjects, everything that I've learned. But currently, the phase I am in, the menu planning and engineering, has helped me a lot.
All right, lovely. Rajveer, to you, I'll pose a different question, right? Obviously, I've interviewed you when you're applying for the college, right? Then I taught you over the years, and now I'm responsible to ensure that you get placed for the right internship, right? But tell me, during this college journey, what part of it has molded you into the person that you are today? I mean, what's the most significant aspect of this education to you?
To be honest, it has really helped me become quite more mature. I've genuinely grown as a person. I mean, I never really imagined myself, doing all this, giving inputs in the business as well, while managing my studies on the side, because it's either you're just studying and partying and chilling, and including that, if I'm also being able to give some inputs in the business, help my parents grow it further, that has really made me feel proud of as well. And I've actually become like quite mature that way, that I'm able to manage all this. So that's one of the major things that I was actually being able to learn from the college.
And how does the college support that?
I mean, they're very supportive that way. Like I had to miss 1 month of my college. That was after my internship, because we were opening up a restaurant of ours called Oliver. That's in Bhopal. So, I couldn't attend the whole month of my college. But when I came back, I had a word with Smitha ma'am, our dean. I obviously apologize because I didn't really inform them earlier. I had just went away, which you shouldn't do. Please don't. But I had to catch up. Like, it wasn't easy for me, but I had to catch up. They were there to support me. They were there to give me all the course materials that I might have missed. I mean, it was very easy and nice, and that really helped me, and made me feel that I chose the right decision. I took the right decision by choosing this college.
Lovely.
Right.
Okay. And Ishitta, so you're this great personality in yourself. I mean, have you seen a change within these 8 months within yourself? Or is it not? It's okay.
No, I have.
It's absolutely fine if it hasn't.
Yeah,
There's still 3 more years.
It'll happen.
I think the 8 months just taught me how to manage my time better, because I live at home. I'm not living at the hostel. So the whole traveling time and waking up earlier in the morning,
Ensuring that you have to reach college and class on time.
yeah, and it just made me manage my time better, because I have other things lined up when I get home, and I have different classes on the weekends and everything. But it also taught me discipline, because I have to wake up every day the same time, and I have to do that on the weekends as well, because I schedule things on the weekends more, because when I reach back home, neither do I have the time or the energy to do other things. But yeah, time management and discipline.
Lovely.
Mainly.
Two very interesting things that take up a lot of effort to learn, especially when you've not done that in college, right? I remember this, and I still face this as a challenge. I don't know if I should say this on camera, but so I mean, I've been very comfortable, right? And I've been, and okay student, I would say. So whenever I had my classes, I would like barely reach on time, right? Barely. Most days I wouldn't. And unfortunately, or fortunately for me at that moment, my college was comfortable with it because you're still learning. I was like Rajveer at that point in time. Okay? Like I'm there 70%, but I'll still do good in the exams.
Yeah.
And that's all right. And every faculty knows me and they're happy with me and all that. So, yeah, but then when I started working, right, and that is when the impact came in. And this is actually to DK sir, who was one of my first bosses at my workplace. And he said, dude, why are you never on time? Like, I know you work a lot. I know you get all the work done, but why are you not on time? Why are you always 10 minutes after 9 o'clock? And I'm like, sir, I can't help it, unfortunately. And it took a lot of effort to, fix that piece up. And I think these are small things that our colleges or our work or our life teaches us that moves ahead. But do you think that because of your you have classes, you have events, you have societies, you're doing your extracurriculars, or you have these sports days happening on campus, do you think that kind of helps you understand life a little better or make sense of what's happening around you a little more comfortable?
Definitely, I would like to agree to that because, see, I'm an ambivert. I would call myself an ambivert, but when I talk about, there are a lot of introverts, we see in our surroundings. But definitely, if you're an introvert and you are taking part at such activities, whether it's sport day or whether it's anything extracurricular, then you're exposing yourself to the outer environment. And, I'm not saying that being an introvert is wrong, but obviously talking to people and, talking to people of different ages give you a certain different perspective towards life. And, it helps you grow.
Right, and apart from extracurricular, our course is designed so well because we've been having so many group activities, group presentations that really helps people, just come together. Like there are introverts and extroverts same in a group, but like that's how they meet, they become friends, and having group presentations, talking to the whole class. I have seen like my friends themselves like grow significantly well because initially they were like quite introverted, they couldn't really speak out. But like now they're like all chill. They speak. They just talk all the time. Yeah. They speak their mind out. Like seriously. So yeah.
What do you feel, Ishitta? You've done psychology earlier. You liked psychology. What do you think? Does it impact?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think it also teaches you how to put yourself in other people's feet, and just realize how they would feel in this situation. So it makes you react better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Such intellectual answers, right? And I'm just talking about it.
Yeah, like I was with the culinary guys earlier. It was so much more. I think it was so much more free flowing, and I did not have to put in efforts in framing what's going on in my head.
Right. Seriously.
But this one's a little more serious, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've spoken about fondest memories. We've spoken about favorite faculty. We've spoken about favorite subject as well. Talk about your favorite space, okay, in the college. So without telling us what that space is, and I want the other two to guess what space is the other person talking about. Okay?
Okay.
Just define a space. Go ahead. Let's begin with the most
start with
seasoned
you.
person.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite place, Raisach? I think a lot of places, but that's a place where everybody wants to sit or be, but it's difficult to find the space. It's nowhere in the middle. I mean, I think that's big enough. Our college isn't that,
Delish?
What? No. Delish is massive.
No, I mean like
That somewhere you always want to sit, but do not get a place. It's not somewhere in the middle or easily accessible. Like it is accessible, obviously. It is on the second floor. Come on.
Oh, the MRs. The MRs.
Yeah, the MRs.
The
small MR.
I have barely been to the second floor. Like all my classes happen on the first, and
last semester our entire class. So I used to love that spot. They used to open my laptop.
No, but they're so nice spaces, no? All three of them. Yeah, but you're right. It's never empty.
You get the sun in the winter too.
Yeah. Okay, Rajveer.
I'll have to think my favorite place. Until then, I mean, maybe let's just go ahead with I'll just think for one.
Do you have one? Or it's okay. It's just been 8 months. We'll let you give
No,
that.
I do.
Okay.
It's got greenery and it's very. It gives a very natural vibe.
Are we talking about the avenue now? The corridor that up.
Okay, this one.
That's a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good place to chill.
I know what your favorite spot could be. It should be. I don't think you want to say it on camera.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll just go with the safer options. Okay, I'll just start. Yeah. It's the place where during my first year, definitely, we used to hang out a lot during breaks. And during winter is just amazing. It has a lot of sunshine and it's all green. The stuff. And yeah, I mean, there's a small go down basement type thing as well, right beside it that goes under.
Okay.
But like there are benches out and.
What you're talking about? Al fresco.
Al fresco, yeah.
So the go down you're not supposed to go to.
Yeah, that's not yeah, just know that there is one. We haven't explored, please. We haven't.
Yeah.
No, I think you must have.
Yeah.
Lovely. My favorite space is still the tasting lab.
Tasting lab, right.
Oh, I love that space.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's because of my affinity to F&B. It just makes me think more about my research that I did in my college, which was on molecular mixology about 15 years back. And I really never thought that a college could have a space like this, right? And I mean, it's exciting. It's fun to be there. And now that we have more experienced faculty teaching that and experienced people teaching that, I think it's going to be a great space to be in.
And like now, there has been so many good, classes that have been happening at Tasting Lab, and I think they're planning as well to do so many more tastings of different non-alcoholic cocktails and everything, and it's very nice.
Yeah, true. Okay, so we've spoken about events that students do. We've spoken about the different activities that you guys run through. What about the events that are done on campus, like the concocting conclave or the distinguished that we have? Or I don't know if you guys were there that time.
I've been for Impact. I was there. I was there at Canvas. So we served lunch for all the guest speakers that were there present for Impact. Yeah.
Wait, sorry. Impact is the one that had shrimp tank.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You were hosting one.
You were hosting. Yeah. You were the judge.
Judging one.
Yes.
I got good contacts.
That's what you were saying.
So I was like, you got good contacts. How while judging?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was good. Yeah.
No, but they are fun spaces to be in, and now that you're an alum, I would love to see more of you eventually, and hopefully in the future, all of you coming in and giving a few sessions about how the difference and how it's changed your lives, or for the good or for the bad. That only time will tell.
But answering your question, like, since I remember Impact and I was there, so I remember a couple of, ISET students coming up with their own, entrepreneurial pitches, and a couple of, students not from ISET, from other colleges. But I think it was a great initiative taken by ISET, asking students from the other colleges to come to our campus and, promoting entrepreneurial startups by our students or their students. And it's more like a soft pitch that they got to do before they actually go to the real investors. Talking about shrimp tank, because that's the only aspect of which I know, and getting acknowledged for that, even a verbal mention or getting a certificate is something that obviously boosts their morale or gives them more confidence.
And creates a very good foundation for them as well.
Exactly.
It gives them good base.
Just to make you flex a little more, the team that you helped win with your scores actually have launched themselves. They've got investors in.
I know.
And they're going to be soon. You'll all see that on campus as well, being sold as products. So
that's good.
I think we can give them a shout out.
It's called the Rise.
The Rise. Yeah.
Rise bars and chocolates. So they've got some healthy, stellar stuff coming out, and we'll see them on campus soon. All right, lovely. Thank you so much, people, for being a part of this. I hope you enjoyed it because I had a lot of fun. This was interactive, and we'll keep calling different people over to talk more about student life. I hope you've impacted some to the people out there as well.
Yeah, we hope so too.
Hopefully they've learned the good things from us and not the things that we want them not to listen to.
It depends on how long this entire
Yeah, actually.
Seriously.
But thank you for taking out the time and
Thank you so much.
giving the time for us. And I'll see you guys in your classes soon. And I'll keep meeting you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
you. Thank you for listening to this conversation. I hope you had fun, got some insight into our student life. If you have any questions for us or any comments for us, please do write them in the comment box below and we'll answer back as early as possible. For more such content and more insights into life at ISH and the programs at ISH, keep a lookout for this space. Thank you.